Hello, my viewers, followers. Welcome back to this new day. Today is the 14th of December, and we're actually celebrating a special saint today. It's John of the Cross, and he was very tightly connected with Teresa of Avila. And you might have heard of him, you might not. Lean back and listen and learn. He was a priest and doctor. He lived between 1541 and 1591. John is a saint because his life was a heroic effort to live up to his name of the cross. The folly of the cross came to full realization in time. Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me, it says in Mark 8. It's the story of John's life. The partial mystery through death to life strongly marks John as reformer, mystic poet, and theologian priest. Ordained a Carmelite, that's a religious order, at 25 in 1567, John met Teresa of Avila in October 15th, and like her, vowed himself to the primitive rule of the Carmelites. They're a contemplative and very, very prayerful order. As partner with Teresa and in his own right, John engaged in the work to reform and came to experience the price of reform. Increasing opposition, misunderstanding, persecution, and imprisonment. He came to know the cross acutely, to experience the dying of Jesus, as he sat month after month in this dark, damp, narrow cell with only his God. Yet, the paradox, in his dying of imprisonment, John came to life, utterly poetry. In the darkness of the dungeons, John's spirit came into the light. There are many mystics, many poets. John is unique as a mystic poet, expressing in his prison cross the ecstasy of mystical union with God in the spiritual canticle. But his agony leads to ecstasy, so John had his ascent to Mount Carmel, as he named it in his prose masterpiece. As man Christian Carmelite, he experienced in himself his purifying ascend. He described and analyzed it in his prose writing. His prose works are outstanding in underscoring the cost of discipleship, the path of union with God. Rigorous discipline, abandonment, purification. Uniquely and strongly, John underlines the gospel paradox. The cross leads to resurrection, agony to ecstasy, darkness to light, abandonment to possession, denial to self to union with God. If you want to save your life, you must lose it. John is truly of the cross. He died at 49, a life short but full. John in his life and writings has a crucial word for us today. We tend to be rich, soft, comfortable. We shrink even from the word like self-denial, mortification, purification, asceticism, discipline. We run from the cross. John's message, like the gospel, is loud and clear. Don't, if you really want to live. Thomas Merton said of John, just as we can never separate asceticism from mysticism, so in St. John of the Cross we find darkness and light, suffering and joy, sacrifice and love united together so closely that they seem at times to be identified. In John's words, never was found so clear, undimmed and bright. From it alone I know proceed all light, although 'tis night. And, he wrote, how it's called in English, he wrote actually quite a few books, and I think it's called The Ascent to Mount Carmel. It's John of the Cross, and I think some of the books on LibriVox, or so you can even listen for free on if you are interested. I find John of the Cross easier to read than Teresa of Avila, because Teresa of Avila has been known for being not that organized in her mind, and she didn't have much time to write things down. She was a lot of the times distracted and had other duties to do, and then she came back and lost the chain of thought and started over again. So I find actually John of the Cross a lot easier to read than Teresa of Avila, if you were interested in that, and I really do recommend it. If you walk that path, it's a mystical path, a very prayerful path, and surely I think not everyone is walking it the same way, but some are called to walk that path. God bless you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you are being inspired.